Hello everyone, today we have new video review with fresh kit from Eduard. As you can see, this is a new ProfiPACK plastic. But first let me invite you to check other video review with Eduard kit which you can find here on our YouTube channel. And of course don't forget to visit our website which you can find here, and you can read all detailed articles there with some photos and other interesting things. So, as for the kit, this is a new BF109G6 early version. This is a new to old version, so it was corrected and there are no mistakes which we saw in the previous version. As you can see here, we have a box art from Katerina Boretska. It's written here. It was done in 2016 and it looks quite interesting because, I mean, BF109 doesn't look that sharp as Mosquito on the back side, on the background, let's say. It's quite, let's say, special, unusual. So the box size is quite typical for the ProfiPACKs. Here you can see comparison with my hand. On the sides we have 5 marking options shown in the profile. And here we have short list of the items which are included into this kit. So there are plastic parts, photo etch accessories and painting mask, of course. This is a top opening box. And inside we can see that there is a lot of space, so no worries about possible damage, because I mean parts have a space for movement and I really doubt that they will be damaged even during rough shipment. But I mean, of course, nobody forbids you from checking the parts before the purchase. So we start from the transparent sprue, which is packed into the separate Ziploc bag. Here you can see that it's molded as a square frame, unlike recent, let's say, Focke-Wulf and Spitfire kits. It's squarish. Here we have different types of the parts. Of course we will use only several of them, but you can notice that molding quality is quite excellent. And of course you will be able to replicate open canopy on your aircraft, so no worries. It will be easy to build aircraft with open cockpit. Next we have small plastic bag with 2 plastic sprues inside. I will zoom out camera so that you can see it. Now let's open it and see what's inside. I mean, again, you can notice that there is a plastic sprue with wing parts and plastic sprue with fuselage halves. Just give me a second, I will show you those parts. So first, and straight away I see one interesting thing, this small pitot tube, because it's molded right onto the wing. As you can see, it's slightly bent, so you have to play with it and place it in the right position. As for the wings, parts division is quite typical. We have one bottom half, also 2 top halves. And note that ailerons and flaps are molded separately, as well as front slats. Both parts feature recessed panel lines and riveting. Here you can see them on the light. I will zoom out the camera, zoom in, and here you can see rivets. Quite extensive riveting, so it should look nice on the assembled airplane. As you can see, unlike the previous tooling, we have wing edges molded into the top halves, and they should serve as a position element for the bottom half. There are also some position pins for the proper alignment, so I guess it wouldn't be difficult to get a nice fitment on those parts. Note that wheel wells and air intakes should be assembled separately out of several parts, but again it won't be difficult because everything is engineered in such way that parts just drop in place and you have to add the glue and you're done. Next plastic sprue features fuselage house. Again, parts division is typical for BF109 kits. Why? Because here we have separate cooling panel. Also we have separate tail segment, which is useful for the different versions. Here we have typical bulbs for the G version, special slot for the air intake. Here we have space for the exhausts. And here you can see the cooling panel, which is molded as a one-piece part with separate piano hinge, which is typical for BF109G versions. Let's flip it over, and inside you can see some let's say basic cockpit detailing, but no worries, it will be upgraded with help of separately molded plastic parts and also some PE parts, because it's a ProfiPACK. Here you can see also special tabs, and they will be serving as the position elements for cockpit base. And also there are some small position elements inside the fuselage house, which should also help you with alignment inside the fuselage. And next we have slightly bigger plastic frames. Just give me a second. Here they are. Give me a second to open them, because back is quite large, as well as spruce. Both spruce include small plastic parts for external and internal detailing, and here I think we will find some of the cockpit parts and other elements. Nevertheless, first plastic sprue, here you can see it, is dedicated to the external elements. Here we have some of the landing gear parts, exhausts, external fuel tank, tail segment parts rather, for example, slats, front slats, ailerons, also gondolas for the external cannons. Here we have tail wings, air intake parts, and air intake for the cowling. Note that there are two types and both should be assembled out of two halves. Inside there is nothing interesting. You can notice that external fuel tank has position pins, and the exhausts are molded in a quite nice quality, and I think they should look beautiful on the assembled aircraft. Next we have plastic sprue with parts for the cockpit, and here you can see, for example, one piece cockpit base. Then we have two types of the dashboard, three types of the propeller, several types of the landing gear wheels. Here we have separately molded hubs, some parts for the wheel wells, and here as well, again, external fuel tank, propeller hub, and some of the external equipment. For example, here we can see even the landing gear legs. I want to show closer the cockpit parts. Why we have plain part here? Because it should be used with PE or decals, so that you can have a nice cockpit inside your Messerschmitt. And here you can see the cockpit base. Note that it has some molded in elements, but you will have to add some separately molded parts in order to get a final appearance. Then we have assembly manual. This one is finished in typical Eduard design, so we have short history note on the first page. It's written in English and Czech. Then we have parts map. Assembly process starts on the third page. So as you can see, there are clear, let's say, markings on what you have to do for this or that version of your aircraft. Then we have masks application guide, and of course marking guides, which are given in a full color version with paint numbers in Gunzi paints range. Here you can see all 5 marking options which are included into the kit. And on the last page there is a detailed stenciling guide for all stencils which are included into the kit. Next we have small plastic bag with small PE thread. This one should be used for the external and internal detailing, but I can guess that the biggest share of the parts should go into the cockpit, because here you can see that we have belts, pedals, and various minor items for the internal detailing. But also note the special meshes for the air intakes, which should look good on the finished model. And then we have separate plastic bag with masks. You saw their application guide in the assembly manual. And last but not the least is a separate plastic bag with decal sheets. Just give me a second to open them, and I will show them closer. So of course, why there are 2 separate decal sheets? Because one is dedicated to stencils, and here it is. And another one is dedicated to various symbols, 4 or 5 marking options. Here they are. As you can see, we have even decals for propeller spinners and the dashboard. Printing quality is quite nice. Both are printed in Eduard, so I guess application will be easy, but they will require some due care during application process. So that's all for this video review. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion in the comments section here below. And of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video review. Bye!